The Saskatoon Tribal Council is made up of 7 community First Nations. Those communities are Muskeg Cree Nation, Mistawasis Nehiyawak, Muscadet First Nation, One Arrow First Nation, Yellow Quill Saulteaux Nation, Kiniston Saulteaux Nation, and Whitecap Dakota. What we do for the 7 member nations is we provide second-level services to help them build capacity to ensure that they can become self-sufficient and self-reliant. That's the goal of the Saskatoon Tribal Council. As Tribal Chief, what we've done is we've really taken the Saskatoon Tribal Council and given the authority back to our Board of Directors. We've taken our governance structure and we've really made it to an accountability transparency to all of our partners, to both federal and provincial governments, to show them accountability and transparency. That was the first thing. Second piece is we're really looking at the devolution of the Saskatoon Tribal Council. The goal is to really enhance the communities so they can become self-sufficient and self-reliant to a nation-to-nation relationship with the federal government. So one of the big things that we've done is we've completed a Child Family Services Agreement for $50 million to go directly to the communities. So with the Saskatoon Tribal Council, we've really taken the initiative to give every dollar that's needed to rebuild the trauma that's been caused in our people's lives that has been affected by residential schools. So this is one step of a marathon, and we're looking to enhance those agreements to really benefit the community. So the goal of the Saskatoon Tribal Council is not to build an empire. The goal is to really build capacity in our communities to move forward in a positive direction. The Saskatoon Tribal Council and its 7 member nations are partnered with City of Saskatoon. We're creating a partnership with the University of Saskatchewan. We've got partnerships with the Saskatoon Public School Board, the Greater Saskatoon Catholic School Board. We have partnerships with Legacy Communities. We have a partnership with Nutrien. We have a partnership with Sask Energy, Sask Power. So all those major corporations within the City of Saskatoon, that's really enhancing the quality of life of our people. My goal as a Tribal Chief is to have a quality of life of our people. So my focus is about the people. It's about the grassroots people in our communities. Education is a key. Incarceration is another big part of our First Nations people. Child Family Services, children in care. Those are barriers that we have to break down. And when we look at the institutions that are housing our people, the numbers aren't good for First Nations people. So as part of my goal is to reduce those numbers through investments of the federal government and the provincial government by enhancing and creating those partnerships to really focus on the quality of life of our people. It's our residential school era that we have to break the cycle on. So the more people we can get educated, the more people we can have buying their own homes, their own cars, is going to be better for the economy. Instead of having them in Child Family Services where it's $1 billion industry a year for First Nations children, or having our men incarcerated where each man or woman that's incarcerated for a year is $100,000 that cost to the provincial and federal governments. We need to turn that around and put the investment in rehabilitating those people so they don't return to incarceration rates or Child Family Services. Well, what's really important that people need to really know about is the Saskatoon Tribal Council and its chiefs, who are the Board of Directors, are really accountable and transparent to their communities, but also to the partners that we serve. They also have 3 good qualities, which is stable leadership, good governance, and good infrastructure. And that's what makes STC and its member communities a great partner. So we encourage everybody to contact the Saskatoon Tribal Council if they're interested in partnering with a good partner that has those stable opportunities that lead to good business partners, and that will support our community investments of our people to help them be successful so they can be doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, instead of depending on a system which is child welfare or incarceration or social services. We want our people to be sustainable and be part of the economy.